Hi, everybody. For those of you that are new to my channel, how are you? I am Jeanette from Boutique Wrestling and Crafts. I wanted to record this video because I had recorded one earlier and I deleted it though because I was in an angry mode. I was kind of like pissed off, but everything ended up working out for the best. Okay, everything worked out. But I want to do this video because I wanted to share what happened, and mostly it was really self-inflicted and stuff, but I want to share this because I know this can happen to other people, and I've been reading stories about it and all that kind of stuff, and I know last year I did have a couple of folks that did experience this situation, and I wanted to share with you guys my experience, okay, and what I should have done better, okay, as someone who's providing the service, okay. Now, I just want to say up front, okay, there was no embroidery services theft, okay, as I thought there was, but there wasn't. I did get paid for my services in full. They were very apologetic for paying late. I mean, and they had excuses, I mean, and it's fine. I understand. I mean, we're not talking like, months or anything like that. We're only talking a couple of days. Okay. So I guess what it is because I didn't know these people, and I trusted them, and I thought, they're gonna do the right thing, which they did. But it kind of caused a little bit, I guess, anxiety or whatever. But let's start over from the beginnings for those of you guys don't know the whole story. I got an email from someone through Etsy saying, hey, we're opening up a practice, and we're looking for someone to embroider our medical scrubs and, doctor jackets and stuff like that. So they wanted to give the opportunity to someone in a small business and locally as well. So I thought that was like awesome because I do live right close to a hospital, and I have embroidered several doctor jackets and nurses scrubs in the past. So I thought this was a perfect opportunity for me to do the scrubs for a particular practice, especially a startup. So that way I can start getting my name more out there, right? Because I mean, I like embroidery. So, I want to start building clientele. So they sent me the logo. I worked with two digitizers, and to get the logo finalized. First digitizer, they did an okay job and stuff, but of course I had to go back to my favorite digitizer, which is Fazzle. If you don't know who he is, he's from Digitize, Digital, and he's part of our Facebook group, which is Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures. And I took it to him so that way he could put the final touches for me, and he did an excellent job. And I there was several back and forth between me and Fazzle in fixing the logo, and I did a bunch of test stitches and everything like that because I wanted to prepare for my meeting with them, so that way when I met with them I would have samples of the embroidery, so that way they could see what it's going to look like on the scrubs and on the doctor's jackets and so forth, right? So when I met with them, I showed the samples. They were happy and stuff like that, and they were like, "Here you go." So I got a box of medical, the scrubs, and I got one doctor's jacket. So I did a video on me creating the the scrubs, right? Excited, and I'm like, yes. So I did tell them that I would have it done by Monday, but I did actually have it done earlier, but that was fine. I figured, I always like to give that little buffer because I do have the Etsy shop and all that kind of stuff. So Monday comes, and I did send out the email, my invoice. I sent them my invoice, and then I said, hey, this is how much it's going to cost, and I usually ask for the money up front. I have a little note on there saying, once money is received, that's when items are processed. Okay. Mistake number one, I didn't stick to my word. Okay. In the little note over there, even though I put in there saying that I don't process anything until money received, I processed it. Okay. So I had the medical scrubs, and then I figured, okay, well, I'm not going to get messed up. I'm not going to get screwed or anything. Right. So let me just go ahead and embroider them. So I went, took the 13, embroidered them, did the jackets, and I spent like a whole entire day working really hard to make sure that everything was perfect and everything was fine, right? So Monday came, emailed the guy that had talked to me, which I'm going to call him the agent, right? Because he's the one that reached out to me on behalf of the facility and said, I got the stuff for you. So I'm going to be there between, a certain time, right? I gave him a time frame to drop off the stuff. So went there, and the door was locked, but there was a young lady that was there, and she let me in, and she was there when I first went for the initial meeting. And I said, hey, I asked if the gentleman was there. She said he wasn't. And I was kind of like, so that to me was kind of like, okay, well, he said fine. So I'm assuming when he said fine, he was going to be there, but he wasn't. Okay. So I said, well, I have the items ready for delivery, right? So I gave her the box with the scarves. Mistake number two, should not have done that. Okay. I should have said, oh, okay, that's fine. Then I'll take this back with me. And let me reach out to him, and then we can figure out a time to meet. That's what I should have did. Didn't do it because I was like, caught in the moment. Like, okay, so what do I do? So I was like, all right, well, here's your stuff, right? So I said, here's your stuff. So I gave it to him, right? Okay. So gave it to her, got in the car, and then I was kind of like, So that same day, as soon as I got home, emailed the gentleman again and said, hey, your items, have been delivered. And I made sure that I specified in there, your items have been, delivered and stuff like that. And I sent you the invoice. So I did get a response saying we're processing it, right? So when he says processing it, so I'm thinking, okay, they probably have like a different type of bookkeeping than something else. Maybe they have to go through their accounting department or something like that, right? So I'm thinking, okay, but the thing is, I didn't get any of those details. I should have asked, okay? I should have said, how are we going to do payment, all that kind of stuff. I did talk to them and say, do you want me to bill you through Etsy? Do you want me to give you an invoice? And he did say invoice, so I did an invoice in QuickBooks. So, but that was all I got. We're processing it now. Okay, so when you say now, I mean, to me, it's like now, like right now, right? Like I'm gonna get the money today. That's what I was thinking. That's what went through my mind. Okay, that's how I'm thinking. That's how Jeanette thinks. Okay, so anyway, I say, okay, awesome. So nothing. I got nothing. So I was just like, okay. So this is the thing. When I got nothing, I'm going to tell you how I felt, okay? Because I know a lot of folks that watch me are new to this, and I'm learning and you're learning with me, and we're going through this adventure together. So I want you guys to understand what I went through, so that if you go through something like this, you can understand that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I kind of felt like, all right, Jeanette, what do you do now? Like, it's like, okay, like you did the work. You did all the work. Okay. You're not getting any negative feedback. Nobody's coming back and saying, hey, you misspelled something. Hey, you didn't embroider in the right place. Hey, the quality looks shoddy. I didn't get anything like that. Okay. I didn't get anything. I know when I gave the box to the lady looked at it and she was like, oh my God, those look great. That's all I got, right? Nobody said anything negative, right? So I'm like, okay. So I'm like pacing back and forward, thinking, and this is thinking, did I get hustled? Did I just get hustled? Did someone just steal my services? That's what I was just thinking, okay? And it's just that to me, this is how, my mind works, okay? On the news, you turn on the news, everybody's hurting everybody. You see people stealing, robbing, killing, all that kind of stuff. That's all you hear is the bad stuff, right? So, and unfortunately, I have seen people hurt other people when they are doing these type of embroidery services, okay? Last year, I had one of the subscribers call me and contact me that they got hustled, right? And I could feel the hurt. And, from her voice as we were talking on the phone, and it's hurtful because it's like, you work so hard, and for somebody to do that, it's like, it's a really bad feeling. You get like a really, really terrible, terrible feeling inside. So that's how I was feeling, right? So, I have posted like, this day really, really sucks. It's a bad day, okay? Because I'm like, I did all this work and I got nothing to show for it, right? So then I send the invoice again, and then the reply that I get from the gentleman is, hey, moving forward, you don't interact with me. You have to interact directly to the doctor. It's his practice, whatever. So I'm like, okay. But to me, I was like, all right, but you're kind of like the agent. You're the one that reached out to me. You're the one that gave me really the job. I mean, he was there, but he was just trying on the jacket to see the jacket fit. Okay, you're the one that said, we want you to do it. Okay, so I'm like, where does that leave me? So today I sent the invoice again because I was thinking to myself, okay, one of two things is gonna happen. Okay, either they're gonna get sick of me because I'm going to send the invoice every day, or I can pay visits. And I was even like thinking, am I gonna have to go to small claims court? Am I gonna have to hire a lawyer? Okay. And then I was just thinking to myself, what the heck? All this stuff goes to it. But the bottom line is, you don't feel good. You don't feel good because you don't know if you've been taken, right? So I was pissed. Okay. And the thing that goes through my mind is, all right, well, I mean, I'm empty-handed, right? I'm empty-handed because if I had turned around from that door and I had the scrubs in my hand, I could have came out and said, "Okay, you got my money. I got your scrubs. If you want your scrubs, you got to give me my money." But I don't have anything. They got everything. Okay, they got the service. They got the product. They have everything. I'm empty-handed. I'm like, mess up. I'm screwed, right? So I was like, it's not a good feeling. And the thing that went through my mind was, there's so many different things that I could have done different. So many different things. Okay. So I emailed again, and then the person this time came out and said, I no longer work for that doctor. So when he said that, I was like, whoa, did I just get hustled here, and stuff? So I was like thinking, oh my God, I think I did. I was like, oh my God. So I was like, oh. So I talked to my sister. And she said, well, Jeanette, you're going to be fine. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be fine, but it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Okay? It doesn't. And long story short, doctor did call me. He said, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I saw you sent me the invoice twice. We're opening this practice. It's a lot of stuff going on. Sending the money right now. I just didn't know how to work this Vino stuff, because I give the option of you can sell it through Zelle or Vino. And then he said, I just hit transfer right now. You should have it. And I looked. Yes, I had it. So the end of the story is, I did get paid. I got paid. However, though, I wanted to share this with you guys because it's a lesson learned, right? Because there's so many things I could have done different. So many things I could have done different. And thankfully, everyone, in the game was honest. Okay. Everybody was honest, and everybody, and everything worked out in the well for me. However, though, I was thinking to myself, oh my God, what if it didn't? What if it didn't? It's bad, that's really, really bad. And what can we do? What can we do to ensure that we protect ourselves? Because a lot of times customers, you hear people talk about customers protecting themselves, customer protection. Okay. Well, what about servers protection? People that provide the service. Okay. We have to protect ourselves well. And I was looking on YouTube, I was looking everywhere about, has anybody ever talked about embroidery services theft, right? Because that is a service that if we don't provide that service smartly, they can actually steal our services from us, right? So what have I learned? And one of the things that I want to show with you guys, okay, I want to share this with you guys. one of the things is stick to my word. When I put on that invoice that I don't process anything without full payment up front, I will not, I don't care who it is, moving forward. Okay, even if I have a good feeling, even if I whatever, I just wanted to do well because I really wanted to have a good working relationship with the person. But the thing is, if it didn't go well for me, then I really felt like crap. I would feel like crap. So I will not turn that machine on. So and the other thing also is, or at least do, I don't know. I mean, I would just say full payment up front. Full payment up front, okay, and then you turn it on. That's what I would really do different. And I think moving forward, I'm just going to stick to that. I'm going to stick to that for sure. I'm telling you, it was not a good feeling. Thankfully, everything turned out okay because I was pissed. I was pissed because I was like thinking to myself, who does that? Who steals services from somebody? I mean, you're opening up your own business and you're going to like steal from another one. I'm like, what the hell? But I was completely wrong. Completely wrong. Person was honest and everything worked out. But anyway, I just really wanted to share this with you guys because it is going to be the holiday season. People are going to be placing a lot of orders. They're going to want stockings to be embroidered. They're going to want, Christmas sacks to be embroidered. They're going to want a whole bunch of stuff. And, I don't want anybody out there to get jet because, people do get services robbed. I hear it all the time, about, people getting picked up and saying, hey, I want you to paint my house. I have a good friend of mine who has a construction company and someone hired him to finish their basement, and it was a $46,000 job. And my friend did it, and he says 50% up front, and then you pay the other 50% when we're done with the job. Well, he got his half, and then he finished the job. When he finished the job, lady said, I think we paid enough. And let me tell you, my friend was pissed. And then my friend got more mad because the lady had the audacity to come out and say, I'll call immigration on you. And he was like, you can call all you want because we're all Americans. So I was just like, hey, there's some shit. And somebody lives close to me too. So anyway, they ended up in court. My friend won, and he got the money plus interest. So that was like, ooh, but he had to hire a lawyer and all that kind of stuff and everything. So it was just one of the things that, went to my head when that happened. I was like, holy shit, is this happening to me now? Because that's one of the things that he always warns me about is like, be very careful because some people they will steal your services. And there are a lot of people out there that will smile at you and just steal from you. So, just be very, very, very careful out there. So guys, to me, it was like a close call. Thank goodness it was something that got solved, and I'm fine. I'm happy. I'm relaxed. I actually feel bad now that I thought that way, but it's just that, sometimes you think that way because you don't know, especially when you're starting to look like you're getting a runaround and all you're trying to do is what the hell, it's like, I did my part, what am I supposed to do? So anyway, guys, I just wanted to do this quick video and share my experience with this. Thankfully, it all worked out. Everything is fine. And yeah. So now I guys got to keep working and working and working. So anyway, guys, hope you guys are all doing well. As always, I am tired. I am embroidering. I got the machines all out and everything all quiet. And I even have Mello sleeping over here because I think he got tired of me complaining and talking and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys later. And I'll see you guys on Friday for Embroidery Happy Hour. Talk to you later. Bye.